Carthage Firebirds looking to end a 4-game losing skid as they play host to the Augustana Vikings here. The final 3 games of the season to be played here at the Tarble Arena, and it starts tonight against the Vikings. Hello again, everyone. John Weiser with you. Glad you're along for Game 2 of our doubleheader here tonight. As the Firebirds come in with a record of 2-11 in conference play, they have been eliminated from conference tournament competition, so they will not make the 6-team field if they went out. So it's going to be a kind of a strange 3 one-game seasons, as Steve Jurkovic told me here before the ball game today. And it starts with Augustana. The Vikings still with an opportunity to make the conference tournament, sitting at 5-9 on the season. Firebirds finished off playing 3 consecutive ranked opponents, and that was led to their 4th consecutive loss, dating back to the home game here against Milliken in that double overtime loss to the Big Blue. And 3 of those losses to ranked teams now: Illinois Wesleyan, Elmhurst, and now Wheaton on Wednesday night. The final in that one was 87-71. But Carthage made it a ball game in the second half. They were down 38-28 at the break. Were able to get close early in the second half, but just too much of a 2 senior-dominated team in the Wheaton Thunder knocked off the Firebirds in that one. Filip Bulatovich with 24 points and 7 rebounds in the contest to lead the way for the Firebirds in that one. A.J. Johnson made a start in that game, played 27 minutes, went 6 of 8 from the field, 15 points, also collected 4 rebounds. He will start today's game as well for the Firebirds, as they got 11 points from Krishan Cook off the bench. Antoine Nesbitt with 10. Matter of fact, 5 players for Carthage did not play in the game back in December when the Firebirds fell to the Augustana Vikings. And that would be A.J. Johnson, one of them, who is in the starting lineup tonight. Krishan Cook was not in the game. They were without Anthony Bernero, who was injured as well, and Nemanja Stojic was out of that ball game as well, didn't play. So Carthage was very shorthanded in that contest in that loss earlier this season to Augustana. Meanwhile, the Vikings come in off a 99-72 road loss to 20th-ranked Elmhurst on Wednesday night. But Augie trailed by just 6 points after a high-scoring first half and were able to tie the game at 54 early in the second half. But then a 3-minute blitz led by the improbable Jake Rohde as he continues his run through the conference. A 15-1 cushion run there by the Blue Jays put that game out of reach and eventually went to a 27-point victory to the Blue Jays. Balanced attack for the Vikings in that loss, however, as they were led by Matt Hawkins, scored all of his team-high 13 points in the second half. Luke Johnson finished with 12. Matt Hanaszewski and Dan Carr each added 11, and Chase Larson contributed 10 off the bench as the Vikings hit 41% from the field in that loss to the Blue Jays. As we mentioned, the Firebirds have lost 4 in a row, 3 of which coming to 3 ranked teams in the conference. And the Vikings winning the previous matchup between these 2 teams, 92-82 back in Rock Island, as Augie shot 55% from the mark, pretty much did what they allowed to do, and it was Chase Larson who was the difference maker in that one. Larson in that ball game played 29 minutes, scored 25 points, was 7 of 10 from the field, 3 of 4 from the arc, 9 for 11 at the line. He also had 5 rebounds, coming off the bench in victory over the Firebirds in Rock Island, as they held the Firebirds to just 30% shooting from 3-point range, and that was a collegiate best for Larson, 25 points. And kind of joking with some people before the game, and Larson had 25 in that game. He may have had 50 the rest of the season against everybody else in the league. So he just seemed to pick on Carthage in that one ball game. Right now, Augustana currently holding on to the 6th and final CCIW tournament qualifying spot with 2 games remaining. They're a half game ahead of North Park, who they split with earlier in the season. Illinois Wesleyan leading the conference at 11-2, Wheaton at 10-3, Elmhurst 10-4, North Central 9-5. All 4 teams are in the conference tournament. A win by Milliken over North Park, and they are in the conference tournament. Then it comes down to Augustana and North Park for that final spot. going into the final week of regular season play. Let's turn things over to Eric Engel, our PA voice here at the Tarble Arena, for our starting lineups for this afternoon's game.
And welcome to Tarble Arena, today's CCIW men's basketball game between Carthage College and Augustana College. It's now time for the starting lineups. First, the Vikings. Starting at guard, a 5'11 senior from Longmont, Colorado, number 5, Luke Johnson. At guard, a 6-foot freshman from Glenwood, Illinois, number 12, Matt Hawkins. At guard, a 5'9 junior from Arlington Heights, Illinois, number 14, Matt Hanaszewski. At guard, a 6'3 sophomore from Rockford, Illinois, number 32, Tyler Knuth. And at center, a 6'8 junior from Highland Ranch, Colorado, number 45, Dan Carr. Head coach of the Vikings is Tom Jesse, assisted by Jordan Delp, Dallas Dua, Alex Washington, and Dylan Sartil.
Shine with the blow. This is my time with it though. This is my time to be way at the top. Me and my guys gon' pay out the block. I don't look like Paul. Time's right, and I know the sea is walking in a long night. Promise you gon' wanna watch like a sci-fi. My guys are high risers, high time. My crown if you come to my side. I pledge allegiance for lifetime. My squad connected like Wi-Fi. We grind and you see the highlights. This my life. It ain't a game now. Me and you ain't the same now. Lions coming out to play now. Opposition out the way now. Out of the way. You wasn't invited, say you come to play, I dare you to try it. You don't wanna try me, don't step up to my team. Yeah, out of the way, yeah, yeah, out of the way, yeah, yeah, out of the way.
And now, introducing your Carthage Firebirds! At guard, a 6'2 senior from Niles North High School, hailing from Chicago, Illinois, number 3, Krishan Kump. At guard, a 6'3 freshman from Oswego East High School in Oswego, Illinois, number 15, A.J. Johnson. At forward, a 6'5 junior from Maine South High School, hailing from Harwood Heights, Illinois, number 11, Philip. At forward, a 6'4 sophomore from Wheaton North High School in Wheaton, Illinois, number 30, Garrett Horner. And at forward, a 6'7 sophomore from Maine South High School, hailing from Park Ridge, Illinois, number 33, Nemi Ostoich. The head coach for your Firebirds is Steve Jurkovic. Coach Jurkovic assisted by Brad Emmer, Quincy French, and Oscar Jurkovic. Student assistant coach is Noah Hall. Officials today game is Tom Orr, Bobby Mazzo.
So different looking Firebird lineup here this afternoon. A.J. Johnson getting the start, his second consecutive start, making his 6th start of the season in the 20 games he has played. Otherwise, the regulars include Cook, Balatovich, Horner, and Ostoich. Johnson, Hawkins, Hanaszewski, along with Knuth and Carr. Dan Carr, the leading scorer, leading rebounder for this Viking team, coming in at 14 points and 12 rebounds on the season in conference play amongst the league's leader scorers and leading rebounders. He will jump center against Ostoich. And the opening tip, that was going to be Carthage ball. That was a bad toss there. Carthage will get it. Krishan Cook will work the basketball off to Balatovich, back to Cook. Carthage in the white, Augustana in the navy blue. Horner, top of the circle for three, and gets it underway from long distance. The sophomore from Wheaton North puts Carthage up. They call it a 2-0. weave up top. Carr will swing it off far side. Johnson, Luke Johnson, back to Hawkins near side. Carthage in a bit of a zone here, look. Now Carr with it, backing down, turning, shooting, back iron miss. Rebound A.J. Johnson. Nice help out by Stojic and Johnson that time on the defensive Carr. Cook, back out to Bulatovich. Quick pass to Stojic, teammates in high school. Back out to Bulatovich for three. That dances off the rim, no good. Stojic with the offensive board. Held ball, possession arrow going to Augustana. Tom Jesse, the head coach for Augustana, longtime assistant. Well, he bridges over the Steve Yount years as well as the Gray Giovanni years in assistant coaching at Augustana, now in his second season as head coach for the Vikings. Well deserved. In my opinion, should have been named the coach a couple of years ago after Gray Giovanni retired. Shot missed, rebound by Krishawn Cook. Carthage playing a quick tempo game here. Johnson around to Bulatovich in the left corner. Those funky looking turquoise colored shoes. Fade away by Bulatovich, good. Bulatovich with his first points, 4-0 Carthage. Nice save by A.J. Johnson to Cook, back to Johnson. Johnson spinning, lost control of it, regains possession, skips off the rim, no good. Carr with another rebound. Now they'll push it up. Hanashevsky to Hawkins, back up top, Hanashevsky again. Works around to Hawkins now. Left for Knuth. Shot clock down to 10. Hanashevsky to Carr. Got a Stojic off his feet. Rims out, no good. Rebound, Bulatovich and Cook. Vikings 0 for their first 3 so far. Cook into the corner, Johnson left side. To Horner, back to Cook. Now around Bulatovich. Cleared a shot down the paint. Horner, left corner 3, no. And the rebound, Carr able to tip it to himself, the big man out there. A couple of rebounds already. Hawkins in front of the Carthage bench. On the drive, Knuth puts off an off-balance shot. Carr with the offensive board, and the stick back goes down. First points for Augustana go to Carr. 4-2, Firebirds 3 minutes in from the Tarble Arena. Bulatovich works it off to Horner, guarded by Hawkins. Now back to Stojic, to Johnson. Johnson guarded by Johnson. Puts it up and in, Garrett Horner. Garrett Horner from the right wing. 5-point lead now for the Firebirds. Carr handles the basketball well for a big man. To Hanashevsky, cut off at the baseline by Cook. Carr for 3, got it. Dan Carr, not afraid, not bashful to shoot from the outside. He's 33% from the arc. You have to respect it. He dumped one in there. Johnson fouled on the way to the basket by Knuth. Tyler Knuth, the sophomore from Rockford Guilford High School, commits the foul. That's his first on the team. Bernero, Anthony Bernero, and Colton Sigel stepping in. Between games, talking with his father up here today with the family. Bulatovich missed a bunny. Carr with the rebound. Colton played for his dad. His dad's a high school coach down in Rock Island. Nice to see his dad here today. Had a nice talk. Enjoys our broadcast on the video stream as well as our games on AM 1050 WLIP. Fadeaway shot in the paint. Tough one by Luke Johnson. Knocks it down. The senior out of Longmont, Colorado, ties the game at 7. Johnson to Garrett. Back to Johnson. Horner with it. To Bernero. Back out to Sigel. To Bernero in the high post. Back to Sigel. Corner, Bulatovich driving. Lost control but was fouled on his way to the basket. 2 free throws upcoming here for Philip Bulatovich.
Augustana foul on number 32, Tyler Knuth.
Knuth with the foul, his second. 2 quick fouls on Knuth now. Philip Bulatovich at the line. It's been an adventure. Box of chocolate time for Bulatovich. Never know what you're going to get. 44% from the line this year, knocks down the first. Should make all conference again this year. 17 points per game, 8 rebounds per contest. He's in the top 10 in scoring, top 5 in rebounding in conference games coming into the game today. Gets both free throws here. 4 points for Bulatovich, 2-point lead for Carthage. 15:25 remaining here in this first half. Carr works it off. Johnson back to Carr, the give and go, and Carr able to finish. May be the best big man in the CCIW. Seven of the 9 points by Carr now as Sigel works it off to Johnson. Back to Sigel. Colton launches a 3. Got it. Money in the bank for Colton Sigel. 21 games now for Sigel. Carr, nice step back jumper. Good. He has got all the moves. Outside shot, inside shot, will create with a jab step. He could go off for 30 today if Carthage doesn't come up with an answer. Horner for 3, skips off no good. Carr clears the boards once again. 5 rebounds already for Carr. 3, short. Rebound pulled in by Colton Sigel. Bulatovich got a step to the basket, lays it in. Bulatovich able to get around Chase Larson that time. Gillingham into the contest with the basketball now. Loops it in for Carr. Jump stop, count it, and 1. They're just going to shovel the ball inside until Carthage learns to stop it. 11 points already for Carr. We've only played 6 minutes. He'll be in a double-double before we clear the 10-minute mark if things don't change here in a hurry. Already 11 points for the big man Carr. He is a beast. Missed the free throw. Tyler Guest in there now. Tipped the rebound. Picked up by Hanaszewski. Gives it off to Johnson. Now around the corner. This is Gillingham. Pull-up jumper off the baseline. Won't fall. Kept alive by Bulatovich though. Chase Larson's rebound attempt went awry. Sigel on the wing for 3. Money in the bank. Back-to-back triples. And now a steal by Krishan Cook in the backcourt. Gives it back to Sigel. He'll launch another 3. Rushed it that time, and Carr got the rebound. 17-13 Firebirds. Another steal. Back-to-back thefts by Cook. He'll take it all away. Criminal Krishan Cook with 3 steals. Carthage, their biggest lead now at 6. Timeout Vikings. 13-10 to go here in our first half. And Carthage with a 19-13 lead. Big thank you to our sponsors this season again. Carthage Basketball, BSN Sports, the heart of the game since 1972. Also want to thank some great sponsors like Mobile One Communications and Kenosha's #1 authorized U.S. cellular agent. Big thank you to Brian McTurnan. He's also our big sponsor on the Carthage Athletic Insider, heard monthly on AM 1050 WLIP in Kenosha. Firebirds 4 for 9 here in the early going, 44%, 2 of 5 from the arc. Meanwhile, the Vikings 5 for 10 from the field, 1 for 2 at the arc. Carr with 11 points and 5 rebounds. And Horner with, should make that Sigel with 6 and Horner with 5 for the Firebirds. Vikings will bring it down. Hanaszewski gets it off to Mikey Hamilton. Hamilton guarded by Guest. Back out to Hanaszewski. Around to Stojic, cut off nicely on the help up by Sigel. Back out to the point it goes. Johnson with it below the arc. Back out to Hanaszewski. Guest knocked off his footing a little bit. Ball loose on the floor. Bulatovich diving around. They get the held ball. Possession arrow to Carthage as Bulatovich and Gillingham were tied up on the held ball.
Checking in for the Vikings, 22, Anthony Cooper.
Anthony Cooper in now for the Vikings. Cooper, 6'2" freshman guard from Ottawa, Illinois. Cook to Sigel, back to Stojic. Stojic working in the paint. Turns with the right hand, flipped it too much. Ball deflects through Stojic, and it's taken away by Gillingham. To the rack and in. Count it for Chase Larson. Larson was a beast against Carthage down in Rock Island. 25 points off the bench in that contest. Bladovic had it knocked out of his hand, no foul called. Picked up in the backcourt that time by Cooper. Carthage by 4. Under 12 minutes to go, first half. And Cooper had it stripped out. Well, they're going to call a foul on Colton Sigel. Tried to slide down and help out and knock Chase Larson. Got him across the arm. Team fouls even now at 2. Shooting foul here for Chase Larson. He'll go to the line. I don't think he was shooting. I thought he was passing. That should be out of bounds for the Vikings here. They're going to call it a shooting foul. I don't think he was going to the basket at all. He was looking to pass it out. Steve Jerkovic didn't like the explanation either. We'll take it. He missed the first one. 72% shooter from the line this year. He had 10 points and 3 rebounds in the loss to Elmhurst. Kyle Costas in now for the Firebirds. Freshman guard out of Lamont, Illinois. Missed them both. The rebound should be Carthage ball. It is, as it was deflected out by Gillingham. Cook, Horner, Costas, Sigel, and Stojic out there now for Carthage. Kyle Costas with the ball. Back to Stojic. Back to Costas. Two-man game. Costas getting all the way through, was held up. Well, they're going to say he stepped out of bounds. I thought he was held up. Turnover for the Firebirds, their second. Johnson back up top. Now gets in the hands of big man Hamilton. Hamilton weaves his way around to Stojic. Missed the shot, tipped alive, kept in the corner by Augustana. Johnson with it now. Penetrates to the free throw line. The kick to Gillingham. Cut off nicely by Costas. Back to Johnson. Back outside it goes. Cooper for 3. Rolls in. Cuts it to 1 on the triple by Cooper. 19-18 Firebirds. Under 11 minutes to go. We're in the first half. Quick pace to this one once again. Much like our game ahead of us tonight. Sigel to Cook. Wants the 3. Won't get it. Offensive board to Stojic and was fouled as he went back up with it. 2 free throws upcoming for the sophomore Nemanja Stojic. Larson with the foul. That's his first, team third.
At the line,
Stojic at the line. Ostojic. I've heard it pronounced both ways between Steve and the staff.
Checking in for the Vikings, number 45, Dan Carr. Number 12, Matt Hawkins. Number 14, Matt Hanashevsky.
Hawkins, Carr, and Hanashevsky back in. One more toss here. Nemi goes 1 for 2. A.J. Johnson back in now for the Firebirds as well. 10.5 minutes to go. First half, Carthage by 2. Hawkins with the basketball. Trying to look for Carr inside. Back out to Hawkins. To Hanashevsky. Hanashevsky working it right side. Cooper. Tied up. Gets it back out to Hawkins. Good defense for Carthage here. Hawkins pops. Air ball underneath. Pick back up and in. By Larson underneath. Johnny on the spot that time underneath. Kept that ball from going out. Didn't hit the rim. Had to get it back up in a hurry, and he did. 3 on the way. That one's no good by Johnson. And the rebound cleared out by Augustana. Chance for them to get their first lead. Hanashevsky, top of the circle, swings it off near side. Hawkins rolls it in for Carr, was kicked out of bounds by Costas. Vikings will keep possession with 20 on the shot clock. Hanashevsky will trigger the inbound. To Carr and in. Carr with 13 points already here in this first half. First lead for the Vikings, 22-20. Costas back out. Krishan Cook backs it off, guarded by Chase Larson. Cook got around Larson to the basket, lays it up and in. Cook did not play in the game back in December. That's going to be a mismatch all night for Larson. Cook just too quick. Larson in the corner. Back up top to Hawkins. Now to Hanashevsky. Back to Hawkins. Hawkins now. Costas staying with him. Pass broken up. Taken away by Carthage. Johnson lost the dribble. Regains possession, however. Now Cook to Johnson on the left wing. Got around Hawkins to the basket. Floats. Left it short. We got a blocking foul, however. Inside as trying to take the charge was Hanashevsky, and he'll be whistled for the block foul.
Augustana foul number 14, Matt Hanashevsky is first. Team four.
Fourth team foul. That'll put A.J. Johnson at the line. Back-to-back starts for Johnson here the last two games. 15 points on 6 of 8 from the floor.
Checking in for the Vikings, number 4.
Also had 4 rebounds in the loss on Wednesday to Wheaton.
Number 10,
Kyle Shirak into the ball game for the first time now for the Firebirds, the senior guard out of Aurora Central Catholic. Also Filip Bulatovich checking back in. 1 for 2 is Johnson, the rebound, in and out of the hands of Larson and Bulatovich, but Larson came away with it. To Hanashevsky, to Hawkins, near side it goes, Gillingham. Hawkins out of the right corner, pull-up jumper there, good. Hawkins with 2. 24-23 Vikings. Shirak with it. Corner. Back out to Bulatovich, backing down on the right block. Goes up with the right hand over the right shoulder and in. Backing down, Chase Larson in the low post. 8 points now for Bulatovich. Each team being able to pretty much do what they want with the basketball here in the early going. Larson kicks it over to Gillingham. Back to Carr. Carr now cut off at the baseline. Have to swing it back up top. Shot clock under 10. 3 on the way. That one glances off the rim, pulled down by Costas. Hanashevsky with the 3 attempt that time. Shirak driving out of the right corner, cut off. Back out it goes to Horner for 3, skips out, no. Rebound Hawkins. 13-8 advantage on the glass for the Vikings. All alone, Gillingham missed the 3. Ball tipped all the way through, last to touch Vikings, it'll be Carthage ball.
Checking in for the Vikings, 32.
Tyler Knuth back in now. He will replace Chase Larson. Firebirds by 1 here with 7 minutes to play in a fast-moving first half. Bulatovich spinning, going to the glass, missed it, knocked to the floor, no call. Bulatovich is down. He and Hawkins tied up as they try and untangle there. A little extra shove by Bulatovich that time. Now Hawkins to the corner. Knuth, and good. And we got a flopping foul on Knuth. They're going to count the basket, but get Knuth a warning for a flop.
Flop warning. Number 32, Tyler Knuth.
27-25. Vikings back up by 2. 6.5 minutes to go. Bulatovich, back up top it goes. Costas for three, in and out. And Carthage going cold here. Since that layup by Bulatovich, they've gone 1 for their last 4. Extra pass into the corner, Hawkins with it. Nearly lost the dribble. Gillingham to the free throw line, back to Hawkins. Blocked by A.J. Johnson. Hawkins got it back, blocked the second time. This time a steal by Costas. Settle it down, gets it to A.J. Johnson. Boy, this is going to be a good-looking pair. Bulatovich, count it, and 1. Philip Bulatovich. Moving down the right baseline, catching that one and going up all in one motion, able to draw the foul. Gillingham with the foul. His first, team 5th, the and 1 for Bulatovich. Already with 10 points tonight. Colton Sigel in now. Also Garrett Horner back in there. Tell you what, again, these two teams are going to be the upstarts of this league in the coming years, as Bulatovich missed that free throw. The rebound hauled in by Knuth. Youngsters will lead these two teams next couple of years. Between Carthage and Augustana, Milliken. It's a 3 up and in that time. Knuth, 31% shooter from the arc this year. He's got 6 points already, both of them from long distance here in this first half. Vikings back up by 3. Sigel got caught in the air, got it away. Carr able to get the rebound. 8 boards now for Dan Carr here in this first half. And shoulder fake at the baseline, pulled back out by Knuth. Gets it back, Knuth for 3 again. Red hot, timeout in Carthage. Knuth 3 for 3 at the arc. And he has hit another triple. And Carthage down by 6. Their largest deficit will take a timeout. 4:55 to go here in this first half. Carthage down 6. Take a look at the numbers here so far in this first half. Firebirds 10 for 23, 43%, 3 of 10 at the arc, 4 of 7 at the line. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, 12 for 23, 52%, 3 of 6 at the arc, 0 for 3 at the line. Bulatovich with 10 for Carthage, Carr with 13 for the Vikings. Knuth 3 for 3 at the arc. Sigel 2 for 3 at the arc, the leaders there for Carthage. Rebounding, 18-10 advantage for Augustana on the glass. 8 of those boards by Dan Carr. Second chance points, 7-1 Augustana right now, because there are 5 offensive rebounds. Christian Cook into the game following the timeout by the Firebirds. Bulatovich from the left block, back out to Cook. Wants a 3, won't get it. Dances off the rim, over the backboard, and out of play. 33-27, largest lead of the game here for the Vikings. Knuth back out. Hawkins to Hanaszewski. Back to Knuth. Johnson through the paint. Hanaszewski for 3 and in. 3 ball, pulling the Vikings away here late in this first half. Their 3rd consecutive made 3, 36-27. Hanaszewski for 1 and a pair of triples by Knuth. Bulatovich to Stojic. No, got his own rebound, and he commits the foul. Over the back by Stojic. We'll get our first look at the newcomer to Carthage, Antoine Nesbitt, getting into the game for the first time tonight. Nesbitt, the 6'3 freshman out of Milwaukee, went to the Prairie School in Racine, where he was the 2nd all-time leading scorer for the Prairie School. Played for Jason Antanasoff, the head coach of Prairie. Carthage grad, played football, coached football here at Carthage for a while. Hawkins' jumper won't go. Rebound pulled in by Knuth. Back out again for three. That skips away, no good. Rebound to Carthage. Bulatovich working the dribble. Gets a screen from his high school teammate Stojic. Hard to the basket. Rolls it in on the finger roll. Bulatovich going hard to the rim that time. Able to get the favorable roll. 12 points for Phillip. Jump stop in the paint. Nice look by Johnson. Underneath it goes. Hamilton missed the shot, and the rebound cleared out by Carthage. Nesbitt will handle it now. Gets it off to Cook. Cook, Nesbitt, Johnson, Bulatovich, and Stojic out there. Into Bulatovich, left side. Backing down on Hawkins. Turning, and we got a block foul on Hawkins. Oh, could have been a chicken wing foul on Philip Bulatovich, but the break goes to the Firebirds with the foul on Hawkins. His first, team 6, so with under 3 minutes to go, not a shooting foul here. Carthage will inbound, 20 on the shot clock. Cook to trigger, left of the basket. All the way up top to Nesbitt. Following the inbound, they'll go 2-3. 2-3 zone here. Nesbitt shuffles it off to Bulatovich, back up top to Johnson. Johnson to Bulatovich once again, having trouble handling it. Shot clock down to 5 with 4. Step back 3, tried to lean in. It'll go out of bounds. It'll be a shot clock violation. Bulatovich got hung up in the air that time. Didn't realize time was running down. Carr back in there now for the Vikings. They lead by 7, led by as many as 9 here in this first half. A 9-2 run. Opened up that 9-point lead. Hawkins now to Gillingham, back to Hawkins, driving out of the right corner. Blocked by Stojic. Second effort by Hawkins won't go. The punch out, but right into the hands of the Vikings. Carr inside around Bulatovich, count it, and 1. He is just too much. A man among boys here today, and Dan Carr. 15 points, 8 rebounds, and an and 1 upcoming for the senior Dan Carr. That's really the missing piece for the Firebirds. If they can get another big guy in there. Substitution here as Hawkins will come out. Gillingham back in. 10-point lead now for the Vikings, their biggest of the game, with 2:11 to go here in the half. Cook over center court to Johnson around the Bulatovich screen to Stojic. Into the right wing, back to Cook. Bulatovich up top. Working on Gillingham. Tried to split the defenders. Passed it off to Johnson. Tough shot by AJ. Won't go. And the rebound pulled in by Luke Johnson. To the basket and the foul. Johnson will get to the free throw line on the drive to the rim. AJ Johnson fouling Luke Johnson there. First on AJ, 5th team foul. Luke Johnson at the free throw line. Out of Longmont, Colorado. Wheaton does not have the market on Colorado players in this league anymore. A couple here, 2 or 3 on the roster for each team here today. 2 for Carthage. Alonzo Paul from Regis Jesuit in Denver. And Luke Johnson from Longmont. Dan Carr out of Highlands Ranch and Regis Jesuit as well. Brad Emmer, assistant coach for Carthage, knew about Dan Carr and having been out there, about that program out there at Regis Jesuit. Bulatovich out of the corner, cut off, back up top. Cook, a deep 3, got it, Krishan Cook. 1 for 3 now at the arc, he has 7 points. Cuts it to 9. Carr fakes, gets it off to Johnson. Back up top to Gillingham. Carr will come up and set the screen for Johnson. Didn't use it. Hanaszewski rolls it to Carr, working on Stojic. Jumps over Stojic and hits. He is just on fire. 7 for 10 now. 15 points for Carr. Under a minute to play now in this first half. Cook going to try and play him. Spins, up and in. Cook's going to have to take it to the rim here, try and balance what Carr is doing underneath for the Vikings. Cook now with 7. "15 seconds to go and knocked out of bounds. Vikings will retain possession. Free throw line extended here near side. They have 11 to shoot. Johnson with it. Luke Johnson with A.J. Johnson on the defense. Johnson got a step on Johnson. Took it to the basket, missed. Bulatovich with it. Quickly to Stojic. Stojic for 3 at the horn. Banked it in. Hey, there is banking on Saturday afternoon. Let's see. They're going to call it a 2. They're going to count the basket. They're going to score the deuce instead of the triple. Either way, it's a good basket to end this first half. Carthage will trail by 7, hitting the locker rooms. 43-36, Augustana on top. Well, this was a close game. There were 5 ties in that first half, but then a 9-2 run by Augustana midway through this first half built out as much as a 12-point lead. Carthage's largest lead was 6, that coming 8 minutes into the contest, 19-13, but again, unable to have an answer for Dan Carr. He has just been a man among boys here today. Here are the numbers here in this first half. Carthage 14 for 31, 45%, 4 of 13 from the arc, 30%, and 4 of 7 from the free throw line. Vikings in that first half, 51% on 17 of 33 shooting. They go 6 for 10 at the arc and 3 for 6 at the line. Plus 10 on the glass for Augustana, not surprising, 23-13. 7 of them on the offensive glass for Augustana, only 2 for Carthage on the offensive glass. And Carthage with 8 assists and 4 turnovers in that first half. Meanwhile, 6, make that 11 helpers and 6 turns by the Vikings in that first half. Individually, Filip Bulatovich with 12 points to lead the way for Carthage in that first half. He was 5 for 9, 2 for 3 at the free throw line for Bulatovich. Only player in double figures for Carthage with 12. 9 points for Christian Cook, coming on strong, hit a 3-pointer late. Also a driving basket around Hanashevsky late. Cook 4 for 6, 1 for 3 at the arc, and 9 points. Colton Sigel with a pair of 3-pointers in that first half. He finished with 6. Garrett Horner with 5, 1 for 4 at the arc. Nemanja Stojic with that 2-pointer at the buzzer, now with 3 points. And 1 point for A.J. Johnson, a 1 for 2 trip to the free throw line. Kyle Chirac, Kyle Kostas, Anthony Bernero, Tyler Guest, and Antoine Nesbitt all entered the game but did not score for the Firebirds. Meanwhile, for Augustana in that first half, it was all Dan Carr and then some. The senior center with 18 points on 8 for 11 shooting, 1 for 2 at the arc, 8 rebounds, and 1 steal in that first half for Carr. He is just a man among boys here today. 18 points, the only player in double figures for the Vikings. Tyler Knuth with 9 on 3 of 4 shooting from the arc. 4 points each for Luke Johnson and Chase Larson. 3 points for Hanashevsky, 3 for Cooper, 2 for Hawkins. Hamilton and Gillingham played, did not score for Augustana. Then rebounder for Carthage was Bulatovich with 4, Carr with 8 for the Vikings. Fast break points, 6-2 advantage Carthage. Points off turnovers, advantage Augustana 6-5. Points in the paint, relatively even, 16-14 Carthage. However, with those 7 offensive boards in that first half by the Vikings, they have outscored the Firebirds in second chance points 10-1 and lead it here at the half, 43-36. A couple of games going on the men's side here in the afternoon. It is Milliken leading North Park 24-19 with about 5 minutes to go first half there. Calvin Fisher with 11. Michael Osborne with 6 for the Vikings. Again, it's the Big Blue leading Milliken 24-19 with a win today. Milliken will be in the conference tournament as they have had a nice turnaround with that program down in Decatur. Meanwhile, it's a rock throwing contest down in Bloomington, 15-13. Illinois Wesleyan leading Wheaton with about 9 minutes to go in the first half in that one. Corey Noe with 6. Adam with 6 for the Wheaton Thunder. 15-13 Titans. Tight ball game midway through the first half in that one. Later tonight, 7 o'clock tip in Naperville. North Central will take on Carroll. Mentioned that the Firebird men are not going to make the conference tournament this year with a 2-11 record, so they're going to be held out of conference tournament play. Meanwhile, Augustana working on a chance to secure that 6th and final spot. Milliken with a win would get to 8-6. They would be in. Augustana with a win today would get to 6-9, and that would cement their position in the conference tournament. All but, because they'd be on the bye on Wednesday when having one more game left. They will host Illinois Wesleyan next Saturday night in their season finale. North Park after today will have to travel to Wheaton on Wednesday and then finish up in Waukesha at Carroll next Saturday. Firebirds will host Carroll here on Wednesday night and then wrap up the regular season hosting Elmhurst here Saturday afternoon at 4. But I tell you, and again, I'll get on my soapbox here and say that this Carthage team, give or take a couple of possessions in those 11 losses, could easily be sitting 6-7, if not 7-6 in conference play. They've had opportunities in all of their ball games. And again, it's tough working as a young team, a team of freshmen and sophomore playing teams consistently playing juniors and seniors. And that's why I said, keep an eye on these two teams here tonight, Augustana and Carthage, in the next couple of years. I think they're going to be one of the up-and-comers in this league before it's all said and done. Milliken with a good balance of young talent down in Decatur. I think also going to be a threat here if they can continue to play as well as they have. And you look at the rest up and down the rest of that conference. You know, with Augustana, Milliken, Carthage, Carroll, even with their young talent, I think that 2-11 record belies the fact that they've played a lot of younger players in game situations. I think this league is looking pretty good going forward with all of its young talent so far showing here in the freshman and sophomore classes. And as I mentioned with Steve Jurkovic, he's a good recruiting class away from having an outstanding team next year. When you figure you're bringing back Vuladovich, you're bringing back Garrett Horner, Nemia Stojic, Antoine Nesbitt, his potential has not been tapped yet. I still think going to be a pretty darn good player in this at this level in this league. A.J. Johnson, Kyle Costas developing into reliable ball handling guards. Anthony Berneros, except for that ankle injury sustained December 1st, missed 8 ball games because of it. I think gets his mojo back in the offseason, gets back into a lifting program, strengthens that leg, and he could be a good, strong player on the block for the Firebirds. And then you bring in a good freshman class with another big man, a big man who can score and play on both ends of the floor, and I think this Carthage Firebird team is going to be set for the next couple of years. Same with the Vikings. I figure their only senior starter that they're going to lose might be Luke Johnson. Dan Carr is just a junior. He will be back next year. And then you look at what's around him. Matt Hawkins, a freshman guard. Man Hanashevsky, a junior guard. He'll be back. Tyler Knuth, a sophomore. Gillingham coming off the bench, a freshman. Cooper, a freshman. Chase Larson, a freshman. So this Augustana team, while it might be down a little bit in the standings, down in the 6th spot, that might be just an anomaly for this next year, because I'll tell you what, Tom Jesse has another strong recruiting class. He too going to find himself up in the upper third of this conference. Here we go into our halftime here, 43-36. We'll be back with our second half here in just a couple of minutes.
Scoring for the second half, it's Rustic Sunshine. For our loudest fans.
Second half getting ready to begin here at the Tarble Arena. John Weiser with you as Carthage trails here at the break 43-36. And really it comes down to this for the Firebirds. They've got to have an answer for Dan Carr in the paint. 18 points, 8 rebounds in that first half for Carr. Carthage needs to figure out a way to at least slow him down or double team him or something, because he has taken this game over for Augustana here today. 18 points and 8 rebounds at the break for Dan Carr. Meanwhile, on the offensive end, Filip Bulatovich with 12 points, 5 of 9 shooting, try and come up with some mismatches there. Christian Cook contributing 9 points in that first half as well. I think Carthage kept the turnovers down, just 4, so you're not giving them extra possessions that way, but again, just have to figure out a way to keep the ball out of the hands of Dan Carr, at least slow him down if you can. I know that's a huge task, but really that's the big thing. You're going to let him score 30 points, he scores 30 points. Just don't lose control of the game by letting a Hanashevsky or a Knuth or even a Cooper run amok, or a Larson run amok with that. So having said that, it'll be Augustana ball to start our second half. Starting the second half for Carthage, it'll be Cook, Horner, Johnson, Bulatovich, and Ostojic. Carr out there, along with Luke Johnson, who has the ball right now. Back out to Carr for 3. In and out, rebound, Johnson. Maybe we get him to fall in love with the three-point shot tonight here in this second half. Carr now 1 for 3 at the arc. Cook to the corner, Johnson. Driving in hard, goes strong, missed the shot as Carr was in the way of Johnson and kind of forced him to alter that shot. Hanashevsky with it. Through the paint, kick to the corner now, Knuth. Back up top, Luke Johnson. Johnson over the Carr screen, that's no good. Good job boxing Carr off the boards as Bulatovich will come away with it. Tried to set the ball screen up high, never got a chance to dive down for the rebound. Give and go to Ostojic, missed it, got it back, goes off the glass, too strong. That was a pair of high school teammates at Maine South. Bulatovich working with Ostojic. Carr again for 3. Hey, I'll let him take that shot all day. He's 0 for 2 here in the second half. 1 for 4 now at the arc. Like I said, maybe if he falls in love with that long distance shot, that'll keep him off the glass. Bulatovich, dish through the paint to Johnson, couldn't hit. Never quite got square to the basket that time. Hawkins now with it for the Vikings. Minute and a half, still looking for our first points here in the second half. Carr backing down on Ostojic. Clears it to Hawkins in the right corner. Back up top, Hanashevsky, shot clock down to 10. Knuth to Hanashevsky out of the corner. Got around Horner, kicked out of bounds by Bulatovich. Reset the shot clock to 20. Unfortunate break there. It was down to 2. And Bulatovich kicked it out of bounds. Antoine Nesbitt getting an early call here to start this second half. He'll come in for Ostojic. Nesbitt, the freshman from the Prairie School in Racine. Carr to Knuth. Pulls up over Horner. Missing. Carr tipping the rebound to himself. Goes back up right. Blocked by Bulatovich. The smaller Bulatovich getting a hand on the Carr jump shot that time. 43-36. Still looking for our first points. On the way and good. Garrett Horner from the left wing dropping a dime. And Carthage on the board here to start this second half. 43-39. Hawkins to the free throw line. Reversing now, Hanashevsky out to Knuth. Back to Luke Johnson. Carr coming up. Johnson on the way, up and over A.J. Johnson. A.J.'s had a challenge today, working with Luke Johnson. That's 6 for Johnson. Now Bulatovich to A.J. Johnson to Nesbitt. Back to Horner for three. That one is short. A.J. Johnson, the offensive board. Strong with the right hand, missing as he tried to go over Hawkins that time. Hawkins may have gotten a piece of it to prevent that from going in. Hanaszewski nearly walked, kicked it back out to Knuth. Hanaszewski in the corner. Now to Hawkins, gets a ball screen from Carr. Johnson with Nesbitt working on him. Got around Nesbitt, kick to the corner. Knuth for three, book it. Tyler Knuth, 4 for 5 now from the arc. Back to a 9-point Augustana lead. A.J. Johnson with it. Bulatovich for the triple. That one is short. Rebound, Hanaszewski. Quickly to Hawkins. Around Nesbitt going up, count it, and one. Hawkins schooling Nesbitt that time on the way to the basket.
Carthage foul number 5, Antoine Nesbitt is first.
Carthage will take a timeout. 16-12 remaining. Carthage down 11. An and one upcoming for Hawkins when play resumes. Carthage now 14 for 31, 45%. Vikings 17 of 33, 51% in the contest. Again, 2 more games remaining for this Firebird team, both of them here at home. They will host Carroll here Wednesday night, 7 o'clock. I have the video stream for you here at Carthage. And then next Saturday afternoon, a 4 o'clock tip, 20th ranked Elmhurst in the building as the Blue Jays and Carthage wrap up the regular season in Kenosha next Saturday afternoon. That'll be the next 2 ball games here at home. The women losing today earlier to Augustana, dropping that game by 4. They will be on the road Wednesday in Waukesha at Carroll, and then back home here next Saturday hosting Elmhurst. But their chances of making the conference tournament took a severe hit with that loss to Augustana today. Hawkins completes the 3-point play, and the lead is back out to 12. Largest of the game now for Augustana. Horner to Nesbitt, to Krishan Cook. Working on Hanaszewski, back to Nesbitt. Nesbitt driving, going hard to the basket, lays it up and in. Turn the boy loose, please. Antoine Nesbitt, the youngster. Going hard to the basket. Been waiting to see that for some time. He's got such a great first step. Would love to see him get some more opportunities like that. Hawkins with it high on the right to Hanaszewski. Now back to Hawkins, step into a 3 and hits it. Open look that time as he stepped into that 3. Hawkins now with 8. Largest lead of the game, 13 for the Vikings. Cook to Horner, around to A.J. Johnson, to Nesbitt, again ball faking, driving on Hawkins, the kick to Krishan Cook for 3 and in. Nesbitt that time took it into the paint and kicked it right back out. Cook was in a shooting position. All he had to do was catch and release. And he did. 12 points now for Cook. Going hard to the basket and in. Chase Larson. Larson with 6. He had 25 off the bench in the victory over the Firebirds back in December down in Rock Island. Nesbitt to Cook. On the drive, Cook off balance to the glass, missed it. Where was the foul call there? Tripped up on his way to the basket, no call. Gillingham left it short. Bulatovich clears it out. Bulatovich running the floor now. Horner out of the corner, back to Bulatovich, head and shoulder fake, left it short. He thought he was fouled and no call. 56-44. And they get it inside. Hamilton draws the foul. Johnson, his second on the team here in this second half. Mikey Hamilton at the free throw line, the freshman forward out of Elmwood Park. Brad Johnson's teammate down at St. Patrick's. Knocks down the front end. 17 games now for Hamilton. Averaging just 2 points and 3 rebounds. 76% shooter at the line. Played 12 minutes on Wednesday, did not score, went 0 for 4 in that loss to Elmhurst. Rim that one out, ball kept alive off the rim. They scramble for it. Chirac thought he had it, but it went off his hands out of bounds. Costas, Chirac, and Bernero and Guest in there now for Carthage, along with Bulatovic. Gillingham gets it into Hanaszewski, now to Luke Johnson. Over to Hanaszewski again on the wing. Couldn't handle that, he was looking for a 3. Carthage in a 2-3 zone now. They get it inside, Bernero battling hard. Forced the errant shot that time by Larson. Good defensive pressure that time by Bernero on the block. Guest to Chirac. To Costas. Costas running into Knuth. Gets around Knuth, lays it up and in. Check out Hamilton, the defender that time. Again, Carthage drops into a 2-3 zone. Our first look at zone here tonight. Ball tipped through and taken away by Bulatovic. Through traffic. Costas for 3. No. Rebound Luke Johnson. A little too quick on that possession again. Carr's going to check in as Carthage stays in a 2-3 zone here. Hanaszewski. Up top to Luke Johnson. Down low and blocked. Hamilton got it back. Second effort goes down for the Viking Hamilton. First attempt got blocked. Second attempt, though, he was able to draw the foul. Costas with the foul. Third on Carthage as a team. Augustana yet to commit a foul, and at the line for the three-point play is Hamilton. Missed. Rebound Tyler Guest. 13-point lead, the largest of the night for Augustana. Quick ball movement. Guest now with it. His extra pass looking for Bernero was intercepted by Larson. Blocked out of bounds by Tyler Guest, his second block. Carr will check back in now, replacing Hamilton for the Vikings. We'll see if Carthage stays in that 2-3 zone. Hanaszewski will trigger. Carr back up top. Will shoot over the screen and hit Luke Johnson over the Dan Carr screen, keeping Bernero at bay. 9 points now for Johnson. 16-point lead for the Vikings. Costas hard to the basket, rewarded with a bucket and one upcoming for Kyle Costas. Foul will go on Gillingham, his second, first on Augustana as a team. Kyle Costas will go to the line for the three-point play. Good-looking freshman, 6'2" guard out of Lamont, averaging better than 7 points and 3 rebounds per game his freshman season. Best game was a couple weeks back against North Park. 10 for 13, 3 of 5 at the arc, 24 points in that game against the Vikings. He has 5 here tonight as he completes the three-point play. 62-49, Augustana. Hawkins to Knuth, back to Hawkins. Switch off there between Bernero and Chirac. Chirac working and getting called for the foul. He's just going to put an elbow in the back of Carr. Keep him from getting that basketball. Tommy Warwick on the call there for the officials. Warwick along with Bobby Malcheski and John Kraswinski are 3 arbiters here tonight. Going to get it in. They just beat the 5-second call. Knuth gets it off to Hawkins. Jump stop into the paint. Kick out, left corner three on the way by Knuth. No good. Rebound pulled in by Anthony Bernero. Bulanovich down across midcourt. Bulanovich hard to the basket. Oh, couldn't finish. Made a nice move. Danced his way down the paint. Unable to finish, but will get the foul and the free throws here for Bulanovich. Knuth with the foul. That is his third. Timeout taken by the Vikings. They lead it by 13, 11 and a half minutes to go here in Kenosha. Second half underway down in Decatur. Milliken leading North Park 39-33. One of two other men's games going on in the CCIW this afternoon. Wheaton has come back to take a 35-32 lead early in the second half over Illinois Wesleyan. Carthage women losing here to Augustana in game one of our doubleheader, 62-58. Milliken women knocked off North Park this afternoon. And it was Illinois Wesleyan defeating Wheaton, the other women's game today. So Milliken and Illinois Wesleyan remain tied atop the women's standings at 12-2. Bulanovich for a pair of free throws here. Drops the first one in. Averaging 17 points a game, but shooting 44% from the free throw line. This could have been a monster year scoring-wise for Bulanovich. In and out on the second attempt. Carr with the rebound. 9 games of 20 or more points this season for Bulanovich. He left a lot at the free throw line this year. Now steal by Cook, his third of the game. Lays it up and in. Christian Cook, his third theft of the ball game, 8 on the night for the Carthage defenders. And he's cut it to 10 here with 11 minutes to play. Hawkins trying to get around Bulanovich. Cut off by Kostas. Gets it back out. Gillingham around the perimeter now to Luke Johnson. Thought about the step back three in front of Bernero. Gets it back to Gillingham. Back to Johnson. Johnson working on Bernero. Oh, Anthony Bernero with the foul. Oof. Close to mostly leather, but got a little flesh there. Bernero with the foul, his first. Johnson at the line, 72% shooter. Coming up empty there. They have struggled at the line here tonight. 5 for 11. 2 for 5 here in the second half. Misses this one. We get some freebies here. Oh, he got it in. Again, that Texas Roadhouse promotion for all the home games here. Any opponent misses 2 consecutive free throws in the second half. Free appetizers at Texas Roadhouse. Nearly had one there. Kostas now on the drive, pulls up, teardrop, wouldn't fall with the right hand. Carr clears the boards. Double-double tonight for Carr now, 18 points, 14 rebounds. Hanaszewski cut off on the baseline, being chased by Chirac, gets it to Carr. Now to Hawkins. Swing offense that this team has run for so many years under Gray Giovanni, now under the direction of Tom Jesse. Hanaszewski for 3, and good. Carthage cut it to 10, 62-52, but Vikings able to recover here. Chirac hit hard to the floor as he was knocked down by Knuth. Bulanovich steps in there to help his teammate out. Knuth picks up his 4th. He will come out. Chase Larson will check in. And Cooper also in now, replacing Luke Johnson. Kyle Chirac will sit down. Garrett Horner in along with Colton Sigel. On the drive, Costas threw it away inside looking for Garrett Horner. It was stolen by Dan Carr. Carr to the basket. 20 on the night for Dan Carr. 20 and 13 his line tonight. Bulatovich with the run up right side. Couldn't get it to fall. Carr clears out another rebound. Carr back out to Hawkins. Chase Larson will pull up off the glass and down. 8-0 run now for the Vikings. 18-point lead. Their largest of the game. Sigel to Cook. Around Hawkins. Finger roll with the right hand. Couldn't get it to fall. Carr with another rebound. His 15th of the night. Hanishevsky to Hawkins for three. On the way by Larson is good. 11-0 run. Timeout Carthage. Augustana recovering. And they lead it now with 8:24 to play. Not much you can say. Cook with 14. Bulatovich with 13. No answer for Dan Carr. And I'll tell you, there's probably 8 other teams in this league that would try and figure out Dan Carr. You know, a couple, Illinois Wesleyan maybe defend him well. Elmhurst certainly did. Carr coming into the game at just 11 points, 8 rebounds against the Blue Jays on Wednesday. No match for Carthage here today. And again, that's one of the things you talk about this Firebird team. They got a bunch of young guns at the guard, young talent, and then if they can just add one more or two more big guys to patrol the paint both offensively and defensively, then you got something. I like the makeup of this team currently. Great leadership, senior leadership provided by Chirac. He's done a great job. Doesn't show up in the box score. He's not a 15-point game a guy, but he goes about his business. And I think he's laid a good foundation here for these freshmen. Certainly Bulatovich has benefited from that as well. He's going to be the leader next year. Again, it's get a couple more threats out there, then you take that pressure, that double team that teams want to do to Bulatovich and throw him off his game. I think then he can relax, doesn't have to feel like it's all on his shoulders night in and night out. Play resumes here with Carthage chasing 21. 11-0 run here by the Vikings. It was 62-52, and Carthage has gone cold, scoreless over the last 3 minutes now. 8 minutes to go. Larson spins over Bulatovich, no. Carr with another rebound, missed the shot. Tip to Bulatovich in the corner. 17 boards now for Carr. Horner through the paint, back out to Sigel for three. That won't fall. Ball knocked away. Costas last to touch. The Viking ball here. Carthage will pressure a little bit here. Costas with a near steal. Hawkins in trouble. Got to get it across. Did not get there. That should have been a 10-second call. And it is. The official from way underneath made that call. He was still behind that center line, was Hawkins. Surprised they lost that there. It'll be Carthage ball. Reset the shot clock to 20 for the Firebirds. 73-52. Wow, turnover. one thing the Firebirds have not done tonight is turn the ball over. That's just their 6th turn tonight. Done a good job protecting the ball. Again, they've let Augustana kind of run the offense through Carr tonight. Oh, and there's a turnover. That was created by Christian Cook there. Forced a double look pass by Hanaszewski to Chase Larson, and that was all on Cook there to force that turnover. Cook tonight with 3 steals. They go with 3 assists and 14 points. Cook, a deep 3 on the way, got it. 3 for 5 from the arc tonight for Cook. That's 19 points, 1 shy of his season best. He had 20 here at home against North Central. That's a miss. Carr, though, loose. What do we got? Whistle and a foul.
Carthage foul, number 11, Philip Bulatovich.
Bulatovich picking up the foul, his 2nd. 6th on the team, so not shooting. Reset the shot clock to 20. Vikings will inbound left to the basket. Quickly in, that shot short, deflected around. Who comes down with it but Dan Carr. 19th rebound now for Carr tonight. 20-20. Eesh. He is something. Luke Johnson, pull-up jumper with the left hand. No. Rebound, Carr again. This time pushed hard from behind by Garrett Horner. I think he's had enough of Dan Carr.
Carthage foul number 30, Garrett Horner, his 2nd, team 7.
20 points, 19 rebounds for Carr. Looking to add to it now. And again, if he misses 2 free throws here, and he made the first, so it makes it moot. Texas Roadhouse folks have to wait 1 more possession here. And free appetizers to those in attendance if an opponent misses back-to-back free throws. It's that one to fall. 22 points, 19 rebounds for Dan Carr tonight. Bulatovich back out to Horner for 3. That's high off the iron. Long rebound scooped up by Luke Johnson. Cooper with it. Nearly stolen as he got the pass to Hawkins. Hawkins bumped off his spot. They let him go. A.J. Johnson got away with a foul. Hawkins comes hard at him. Around to Hawkins, tipped up. Oh, looking for the one-hand slam by Bulatovich. Couldn't find it. 5.5 to play. Down 20. Knocked out by A.J. Johnson once again. Vikings will retain possession. Hawkins to trigger, gets it in to Luke Johnson. Once again, deflected out of bounds. Vikings will keep it. Mikey Hamilton will come in for Dan Carr. That should be it for Carr tonight. 22 points, 21 rebounds for Carr tonight. He has destroyed the Firebirds here this evening. Johnson down the boulevard. And we got a interference, they'll count it. Basket interference. Wouldn't have mattered, it went in anyways.
Checking in for the Firebirds, number 24, Anthony Bernero.
A 15-3 run right now for Augustana. It was 62-52. Carthage had cut it to 10. Then an 11-0 run and now a 15-3 run. In the middle of that, Cook for 3. Got it again. Christian Cook now with a season high 20 points. Ties his season best against North Central. Last time he hit 20. Now working on Hanaszewski, doing a great job staying with him. Back out to Johnson. Hanishevsky now will get it off. Johnson again dives into the paint. Caught there. 3-second violation. Why didn't you call that? Bernero trying to chase down Hanishevsky. Got it away as the shot clock went down and hit. Hanishevsky with 8. 79-58. Just over 4 minutes remaining. Johnson back out to Cook. To Belatovich. Back to Johnson, or Krishan Cook again, was fouled on his way to the basket. Hanishevsky picks up the foul, his second, team foul number 4. Carthage will inbound underneath with 20 on the shot clock. Bernero back out to Cook for the triple. Oh, in and out. Bernero battling for the rebound. Came down with it for Carthage. Now we got a held ball. Held ball. Carthage will keep possession here. On the ball tie-up. Bernero will trigger quickly into Horner. He'll lay it in. Garrett Horner with 10 points tonight. Three out of the corner. Knuth won't fall. Bernero with another big board for Carthage. A couple of rebounds now for Bernero tonight. Cook back to Bernero in the paint. Moves to the basket, counted and one. Oh, nice move by Anthony Bernero. Slipping through the paint, able to get to the rim. His first 2 points tonight. Hamilton picking up the foul, his first. Anthony Bernero at the free throw line to complete the 3-point play.
And for the Firebirds, number 5, Antoine Nesbitt.
That one too strong. Dan Carr back in there now. Surprising. 22 points, 21 rebounds. 17-point lead with 3 minutes left in the game, and you got your big man running around out there. Floater in the paint, good by Luke Johnson. 14 for Johnson tonight, backing up the play of Dan Carr. Antoine Nesbitt, the freshman, saw a little bit of brilliance from him as Belatovich bounced a couple of different times underneath.
Augustana foul number 22, Anthony Cooper.
Cooper picking up the foul, that's his first. Hold up play here while they wipe up some perspiration on the paint. .20 seconds on the shot clock as Cook will trigger the inbound left of the basket. Belatovich back out to A.J. Johnson for the triple. There we go. A.J. Johnson for 3. Timeout, Carthage. Slowing the game down here with 2:34 remaining. Firebirds to within an 81-65 mark. For Johnson, 4 points. That's his first hoop tonight. Up to that point was 0 for 6 from the field. And again, he's going to be a good player. A.J. Johnson averaging better than 7 points and 2 rebounds. Up till tonight, 0 for 6, but this season he shot 51% from the field, 36% from the three-point arc. His second straight start. Started the game Wednesday at Wheaton, finished with 15 points on 6 of 8 shooting. This team will have to get better defensively. I think they will. They buy into this defensive system. It's another key here. You can't let teams shoot 50% night in and night out. Got to buckle down. Something we Carthage fans have been accustomed to for Carthage basketball. You get the defense now. They double team here. Johnson in some trouble. They get it across. Gillingham to the basket and in. They break the press, and Gillingham made him pay, getting the bucket the other way. 18-point advantage. Cook down the boulevard. Fouled hard on the way to the basket. He'll get 2 here. Christian Cook with a chance to set a season high here with 2 free throws. Carr picks up the foul. That's his first. Carr tonight with 22 points, 22 rebounds, and Cook missing the front end. Garrett Horner checking in for Anthony Bernero. Matt Hanaszewski checking in for the Vikings. Too much, Dan Carr. Cook makes the second. 21 points for Cook as that one rolled off of Johnson out of bounds with just over 2 minutes to play. Hanaszewski in the back court. Carr inside over Nesbitt. Missed it, got his own rebound. That's 23 on the night, and give him 25 points on 23 boards. That is a new team record by opponents against Carthage. Blocked by Bulatovich. Cook, hard to the basket, missed another rebound for Carr. We'll talk about that here in our post game. Alley-oop going to Carr. Now it's showtime here for the Vikings. 24 points, 22 rebounds for Carr. Intentional foul there, so 2 free throws for Carr. Horner. Hits them both. 26 points tonight for Dan Carr. His 22 rebounds, a record for Carthage opponents. Ted Van Dellen had 20 against Carthage. Darius Grant had 10 for Illinois Wesleyan back in 2008, had 20 rebounds. Lucas Rakashis, Cam Beatty in there. Luke Barrich in there now for Carthage. Alonzo Paul out there now, under a minute to play. So a doubleheader sweep by the Augustana Vikings here today. Women winning game 1, men going away here. Destroyed Carthage today. Out-rebounded Carthage 51-26, just a men amongst boys here today. 4 seconds to shoot for the Firebirds, 34 seconds left in the game. Carthage will regroup. They'll host Carroll here Wednesday night. Battle to stay out of the cellar in the CCIW. Paul launched a 3 with the shot clock going down, and it's stolen right back. Barrich down the left side. And that'll do it. 18 seconds to play. They'll just dribble it out. And the Vikings come to Kenosha. They sweep the season series with the Carthage Firebirds. They will get to 6-9 on the season now in the conference play. 11-13 overall. A huge win for Augustana as they inch closer to a conference tournament berth, knocking off the Firebirds here today by a score of 87-66. Stay tuned. We will have Steve Jurkovic on our post game here in just a couple of minutes. Your final 87-66.
Thank you for attending tonight's contest. The Carthage Firebirds men's basketball team returns to Tarble Arena on Wednesday. They'll take on Carthage at 7 p.m. tip-off. Firebirds women's basketball team will be back here on Saturday for senior night, part of a doubleheader against Elmhurst University. Women will tip off at 2, men will follow at 4. Thank you for supporting Firebird Athletics. Have a good evening and a safe trip home.
Well, we missed this year. Oh, we didn't have like that. Thank you, though. I appreciate it, Mike. Coming from you, that's a great compliment. Thank you. Wish I was playing now.
John Weiser back with you. The final here this evening, Augustana 87, Carthage 66. The Vikings sweep the season series from the Firebirds. They get to 6-9 in the conference now, sitting alone in 6th place, holding down that final spot for the conference tournament. They go to 11-13 overall, and pending the outcome of some of the afternoon games that are just wrapping up, we shall see. Milliken, if they get a win, would cement a spot in the conference tournament and lock down the 5th spot. And with that win by Augustana, they go into a bye on Wednesday. Their final home game will be on Saturday the 19th, an evening tilt against Illinois Wesleyan. It's a shame we had almost 1,000 people here today for this men's game, but Carthage just did not have an answer for Dan Carr. And who does? He will be your player of the week this week in the CCIW. Carr, 26 points, 10 for 18, 5 for 6 at the line, and a opponent record here against Carthage with 24 rebounds. That breaks the old mark, rebounds individual opponent. It was set by Ted Van Dellen in 1977, UW Oshkosh great. In Illinois Wesleyan's Darius Gant did it February 2nd, 2008 against the Firebirds, had 20 rebounds, but that record now belongs to Dan Carr. 24 boards tonight as they paced the Firebirds 52-27 on the glass here tonight. There are your final individual numbers. Krishan Cook with a season best 21 tonight to lead Carthage in scoring. Cook was 8 for 14, 4 of 8 at the three-point arc. Also had 4 assists and 3 steals tonight for Cook, and he forced about two or three other errant passes in this game here tonight as the Firebirds just had no answer inside. That's basically what it was here tonight. Carr with 26, Luke Johnson with 14, Tyler Knuth with 12 to pace the way for Augustana. Final team numbers tonight in that second half, Carthage 11 of 31. For the game, the Firebirds go 25 of 62, 40%. 5 for 14 at the arc in the second half. For the game, the Firebirds 9 of 27. And Carthage for the night 7 of 13 at the free throw line. Meanwhile, for the Vikings in the second half, 45%. 16 of 35 for the game, 33 of 68. 5 of 11 at the arc in the half, 11 for 21 in the game, and they finished the game 10 of 16 at the line. That's no lie, 52-27 your rebounding totals, including 16 on the offensive glass for the Vikings here tonight, 24 of his team's 52 rebounds tonight. And as I mentioned, Carr's setting a record, 24 rebounds against the Carthage team, a record by an opponent against the Firebirds. Well, Cook had 21. Filip Bulatovich with 13 tonight. Bulatovich led the team with 7 rebounds. Garrett Horner with 10. Colton Sigel with 6. Kyle Kostis with 5. Nemanja Stojic with 3. AJ Johnson with 4. Anthony Bernero with 2. Antoine Nesbitt with 2. Your scorers tonight for the Firebirds. 16 assists and 8 turns tonight. Not bad for Carthage. 2-1 assist to turnover. 16 assists and 12 turns tonight for Augustana. Some of the miscellaneous stats here tonight. Fast break points, 8-6 in favor of Carthage. Points off turnovers, 11-10 in favor of the Vikings. And let's see here. Points in the paint, relatively even, 30-28 in favor of the Vikings. But those 16 offensive boards tonight by the Vikings leading to 19 second chance points. Carthage got hurt on the glass tonight as they fall 87-66. Joined now by head coach Steve Jurkovic, and what a game by Dan Carr tonight. My goodness, I don't think we could have played 8 on 5. I don't think we would have been able to stop him tonight.
He was a monster tonight. He's super talented. We know how skilled he is with the ball in his hands, can pick and pop, but he had his way on the block, and we had no resistance at all in the paint. And no matter what it is, if you get out-rebounded by 25 in a game, odds are you're not going to win many of them. And unfortunately, that was the case for us today. We didn't compete at a high level, and against a team like that that's very aggressive on the offensive end, we had no matchup.
I can think of maybe 2 spurts here tonight. The first half, they went on that 11-0 run, blew up in the game in the first half into a double-digit lead. You guys got it to 10 with a little more than 8 minutes left in the game, but then they go on another 13-0 run.
Attention to detail, communication on both ends of the floor. We're a little too quiet on that at defensive end, and they do put you in difficult spots. They set so many ball screens. They space you out so well, and you know the times you want to help, we don't always help. And then the times you don't want to help out of the corner, we overhelp. They get wide open, step in 3-point shots. And those are things we have to do a better job of. We got to contain the ball handler better. We tried 3 or 4 different ways on how to guard the ball screen, and we didn't accomplish any of those 4 today.
I think I saw 4 different defenses out there too. Man-to-man, 2-3, 3-2. I know you tried everything you could.
We couldn't put a dent. We couldn't slow them down, and give them all the credit in the world. They made shots. They stepped up, and their big guy played like a player of his caliber, an all-conference type player who, again, had his way with us today.
For your team, you got 2 games left now. 2 one-game seasons, I think, is how you like to put it. And really now you've got to concentrate on beating a very good Carroll team. This is a team that nobody wants to play right now because they're a dangerous team, much like I think Carthage is. But I think teams that are similar in that in this next year or 2, I think these 2 teams from Wisconsin are going to make a charge here, I think, in this league.
That's what we're hoping for. We really are. I really like our young pieces in the building, and we know what it takes to compete in the CCIW. A lot of the times it's more experienced veteran players. A guy like Dan Carr, for example. Some of the other top teams this year are very senior-heavy, junior-heavy teams, and we just have to continue to get better. We have 1 week left. What I told the guys in the locker room, let's see what kind of pride we have to finish off the season correctly. We have 4 practices left, 4 opportunities that way to get better. We have 2 games, opportunity for us to get better, and I just want to finish the season the correct way.
Does it help playing these final 2 games here at home for that reason, you think?
Could be, maybe a little bit more comfortable that way, but again, it all comes back to our effort and our toughness level too, and to call a spade a spade. I mean, if you get out rebounded by 25, you're not going to win. And a lot of that, you could say they're bigger, a little bit more explosive in certain positions too, but at the end of the day, that's just wanting the basketball more, and they had a lot of opportunities that tonight.
They certainly did. And I was looking at some of the finals here, games that are going final. It looks like Milliken will make the conference tournament. They're beating North Park 61-52 late. Wheaton and Illinois Wesleyan, that's going right down to the wire. Wesleyan up by 5 right now, 68-63 with about 2 minutes left in that one. Larrett's tonight with 29 so far for Illinois Wesleyan. And then you've got the usual suspects, Elioth, Adam, and Cruikshank, 18, 16, and 13 respectively.
Competitive league as ever, experienced players, guys that have worked their way up from freshman, sophomore, junior years and make big games, and Larrett's having 29, not a surprise at all.
For your team, you mentioned it, defense. Is that something that's got to be worked on now going into the off season a little bit, learning the defense and learning how to play defense, as you said correctly?
It has to be, and we played this team 2 months ago with 5 people that weren't in the lineup today down in Rock Island, and we just never found our stride this year where we were, I think I said it to you a couple weeks ago, it feels like we played 3 different seasons with the first half group, the middle half group with some injuries, guys coming back, adding a player at semester 2, guys getting back healthy. So we've really never gotten an opportunity to find our groove and gel together as a team. And, sometimes it's difficult that way. I've said it before. There's been years where we've started 1 or 2 starting lineups the entire year. I think we're at 14 right now in 23 games. So sometimes it happens, but it's on us to put in that commitment in the offseason to want to get better. You got to get bigger and stronger to compete in this league, and I know our guys are going to bust their butts this last week, but also in the offseason too.
Certainly like what we're going to see next year. If you get them in the weight room, do a little bit more conditioning, be ready to play some defense with the likes of Balatovich leading you out here next year, and then these youngsters in Costas and Johnson and Sigel, these youngsters that'll have one more year of experience going into next year.
Couldn't agree more. As frustrated as we are right now, and everybody in this building is right now, the game experience that these players are getting is invaluable right now. So some of these young guys that, at the beginning of the year, we didn't anticipate them playing as many minutes as they are right now. So unfortunately, we're taking our lumps right now against some very good teams in the league, and we got to build off it. We got to learn from it, get better from it, and change things going into next season.
I always asked your dad this, so it's Super Bowl weekend, so I'm going to ask you, who you got tomorrow, Cincinnati or the Rams?
The Rams by 7.
Rams by 7.
Yeah.
I'm going to hold you to that.
All right.
All right, Steve. Steve, we'll talk to you Wednesday night. We'll see you back here at the Tarble Arena against Carroll.
Thank you.
You bet. Steve Jurkovic, gracious enough to come up here tonight. Carthage on the short end of an 87-66 ball game. Dan Carr, 26 points, 24 rebounds for Carr. That is an opponent record against Carthage. Sets a new record against Carthage for rebounds by an individual opponent here tonight. So it wraps up Wednesday. We'll have a game for you Wednesday, and again next Saturday here in the video stream. We'll be back here at the Tarble Arena Wednesday night. Carthage will be taking on Carroll University. One final note here, our player of the game will be Krishan Cook here tonight. Cook with a season-high 21 points, 8 for 14 from the floor, 4 of 8 from the three-point arc. He had 4 assists and 3 steals tonight. He is our Fredert Kenosha, Fredert Pleasant Prairie player of the game. Fredert Kenosha, a leader in cardiovascular care and orthopedic care you can count on from a team you can trust. That's Fredert's Kenosha Hospital, the official sports medicine provider of Carthage Firebird Athletics. Big thank you to our student crew once again here tonight. Mike Love, executive producer. These kids did a nice job. Joel and her whole gang did a very good job. John Voinovich continues on his leave of absence for family leave, but Joel Rapp did a nice job here tonight, and then thanks to Lorelei and all of our students on camera, audio, and graphics. John Weiser wishing you a very pleasant good evening. Wish we had better news here tonight, but there's always Wednesday against Carroll. 87-66 your final. Thanks for tuning in to Carthage Hoops on the video stream. Let's go Firebirds.